The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.
Welcome to the show. Great show planned today. Later, we're going to talk to Rice University student Zach Coplin about creationist school vouchers. It's incredibly disturbing what's going on. We'll talk about more shootings, as always. We have more shootings than days, so there's multiple shooting stories on every show because we just can't cover them all.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up. If we were to count every shooting, of course, we'd have to extend the show to like a 3-hour show.
And cover only shootings.
Right.
Yeah. Of course, welcome to everyone watching from the Facebook page. I love it when I wake up in the morning and Barack Obama is president. Also, the Facebook page, We Survive Bush, You'll Survive Obama. We are live on YouTube Monday through Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific time. Interesting article in Politico this morning about Joe Biden and a potential 2016 run. And the headline is Joe Biden intoxicated by 2016 run. The article, which is online, again, it's from Politico, states basically that President Biden met with 200 Democratic insiders on Sunday night to talk about the 2012 win, but that the consensus among a lot of the people there was really this is more about sidling up to the right people for 2016, and that it just became very clear. New Hampshire State Senator Lou D'Alessandro said, I took a look at who was there and said to myself, there's no question he's thinking about the future. And this is interesting for a couple of different reasons. I mean, number one is the Hillary Clinton factor, which is that I believe that at this point, it seems Hillary Clinton having the potential to go from Democrats electing the first African-American president to Democrats following that with the first woman president has much more curb appeal than does electing a white 40-year-old, would be 74 at the time, Joe Biden, long time Washington insider. Now, that doesn't mean I don't think Joe Biden would be a good choice. I think that his debate performance with Paul Ryan, while some found it offensive, I found it absolutely brilliant and indicative of the firm grasp. He has such a firm grasp of the issues that he can really just sit there and have an extemporaneous conversation with the guy, or at least appear to be having it, and rebut just about everything the guy is saying without even falling into this talking point coma that a lot of people fall into.
Right. Unfortunately, some of the feedback on that was that he might be, have early onset Alzheimer's.
Yeah, Fox News brought on a guy to say maybe I would have schizophrenia in the differential diagnosis.
Ridiculous.
Or something.
Yeah. But I mean, is it too early to be
Dementia.
talking about this?
Maybe it is too early. Well, the thing is this. It's not too early to be talking about what Joe Biden is doing. It may be too early for Joe Biden to already be talking to people about 2016. We're simply saying it appears that many people are getting the same impression about what Joe Biden is doing. I understand the Hillary Clinton factor, and according to Iowa Democratic Party Chairman Sue Dvorsky, she said things are frozen in place until she, meaning Hillary Clinton, makes a decision. And she spent time with Biden over the weekend. So do you believe this, Natan, that whatever it is Joe Biden wants to do, that nobody on the Democratic side is doing anything until Hillary Clinton decides? Does she get right of first refusal at this point?
I have no idea. I mean, there's probably going to be a contest. It's not like Hillary, if she decides to run, is going to run unopposed in a primary. I don't think that's going to happen. But
right.
She would probably win the nomination unless she gets some sort of a substantial decrease in public support in the polls, between now and then. We'll
Very
have to see
popular.
what happens with her in the next 4 years, whether she remains in the public eye in some way or she just kind of lays low.
Yeah, the reality is, so she will stop being Secretary of State very, very soon. But if she is going to run, it's not really going to be 4 years that we don't hear from her. Realistically, it'll be more like one. Exactly.
Yeah.
Realistically, it'll be in 18 months, the kind of underground campaign building starts. And in 2 years, just after the midterms, I would say the 2014 midterms, we basically start going full force.
We're gonna know very shortly whether or not she's going to run. I guarantee you she is.
You think?
And
I
think we're gonna start seeing a media tour as soon as she's done being Secretary of State.
The PR tour.
Yeah. I don't like to think that it irks me that Joe Biden is. I mean, whether or not it's true, if it's true, is already thinking about the future, and instead of focusing on what he needs to do,
well, you can't
thinking
fault
about
the,
what
hold
he
on.
needs to do to become president, in 4 years.
You can't fault the guy for thinking about his future. It's his life. I think what you mean is if it becomes the focus, if the focus of media coverage about Biden is it looks like he's running and he's talking to donors, I can see how that would be a distraction.
Right.